Milo the ant woke up to golden sunlight streaming through the tall grass. His antennae twitched with excitement. Today was seed-gathering day, his favorite. He stretched his 6 legs and scurried out of the anthill, ready for adventure. The garden was alive with morning sounds. Bees hummed their sleepy songs. Dewdrops sparkled like tiny diamonds on spider webs. Milo loved how the dirt felt cool and damp under his feet. He spotted a sunflower seed near the fence, almost as big as his entire body. "Perfect," Milo said, rubbing his front legs together. He grabbed the seed and hoisted it onto his back. His legs trembled under the weight, but he kept going. "1 grain, 1 step," he huffed. "I can do this. I'm strong." Step by step, Milo climbed over a pebble, then another. The seed pressed down on him, making his muscles ache. But Milo didn't mind. Carrying heavy things made him feel brave and important. Suddenly, a sound stopped him cold. "Help! Somebody, please help me!" Milo dropped his seed and spun around. The voice was coming from behind the rosebush. He raced toward it, his heart pounding like a drum. There, trapped under a pile of dirt and pebbles, was Beatrice the Beetle. Her round orange body was half buried, and her legs kicked frantically at the air. "Beatrice, what happened?" Milo called out. "A bird dropped a rock on me," Beatrice gasped, her voice shaking. "I can't move. It's too heavy. I've been calling for help, but everyone's gone to the other side of the garden." Milo ran to the biggest rock, pinning her down. He pushed it with all his might. His legs strained. His antennae drooped with effort. The rock didn't budge even a tiny bit. It might as well have been a mountain. Milo stepped back, breathing hard. His chest felt tight and his eyes stung. "I'm too small," he whispered, looking at his thin legs. "I'm just one little ant. I can't lift something this big." Beatrice's eyes filled with tears. "It's okay, Milo. You tried. Maybe just stay with me so I'm not alone?" Milo sat down beside her, feeling more helpless than he'd ever felt in his whole life. The warm sun that felt so nice before now seemed too hot. The happy garden sounds seemed too loud. He watched a ladybug fly past overhead, her red wings catching the light. Then something clicked in Milo's mind. He jumped up so fast he nearly tumbled over. "Wait, I am too small. One ant is too small. But I'm not just one ant." His antennae shot straight up with excitement. "Beatrice, don't worry. I'll be right back." Milo ran faster than he'd ever run before. His legs were a blur as he zoomed across the garden, over roots and under leaves, straight to the anthill entrance. He tumbled inside, nearly crashing into his friend Ada. "Everyone, emergency!" Milo shouted, his voice echoing through the tunnels. "There's a beetle trapped. She needs our help right now." Ants poured out from every chamber. Ada, Marcus, Little Pip, Old Solomon, and dozens more. They gathered around Milo, their antennae waving with concern. "How big is the rock?" Ada asked. Milo's confidence wavered. "Really big. Maybe too big even for all of us." Old Solomon stepped forward, his body gray with age but his eyes still bright. "Milo, do you remember the great rainstorm last spring? When water flooded our home?" Milo nodded. "We moved 1 grain of dirt at a time. Took all night. But by morning, we'd built a wall that saved our entire colony." Solomon touched Milo's shoulder with his antenna. "Alone, we're drops of water. Together, we're a river that can move mountains." Milo felt warmth spread through his chest. "You're right. Will you help me?" "Always," Ada said firmly. The ants marched out together, a long line of tiny bodies moving as one. When they reached Beatrice, her face lit up with hope. "Oh my goodness! So many of you came." Milo climbed onto the rock and looked at his friends. Some were big, some were small. Some were young, some were old. But every single one was ready to help. "Okay, everyone, surround the rock." We pushed together on 3. Milo's voice was strong now, not scared anymore. "Find a spot where you can grip. Press your legs into the dirt for leverage. Ready?" The ants positioned themselves like tiny soldiers. Milo could see their determined faces, their legs tensing, their antennae pointed forward. "1." Milo called out. The ants leaned in closer. 2. Milo took a deep breath. He thought about Beatrice, trapped and scared. He thought about his friends, all here because they cared. He thought about how 1 drop of water seems like nothing, but 1,000,000 drops become a storm. 3. Every single ant pushed with everything they had. Milo felt his muscles screaming. He heard grunts and squeaks around him. For a moment, nothing happened. The rock seemed impossibly heavy, like it was stuck to the earth forever. Then it wobbled. "Keep pushing," Milo yelled. "We're moving it." The rock tilted up just a little bit, then a little bit more. Dirt crumbled away from its edges. Beatrice's legs found the ground beneath her. "Almost there," Ada shouted. "Don't stop." With one final, mighty push, the rock rolled to the side with a satisfying thump. Beatrice scrambled free, her wings unfurling with a happy buzz. She stood on shaky legs, looking at the army of ants surrounding her. "You did it," she cried. "You actually did it." The ants cheered, their tiny voices joining together into one big joyful sound. They hugged each other and danced in circles. Little Pip did a backflip. Old Solomon smiled the biggest smile Milo had ever seen. Beatrice knelt down so she was at eye level with the ants. Thank you so much. I thought I'd be stuck there forever." Her voice cracked with emotion. "You're all so small, but together, you're the strongest creatures in this whole garden." Milo looked at his friends, his heart swelling with pride and love. "We started out feeling too small," he said softly. "But when we work together, there's nothing we can't do." As the sun climbed higher in the sky, the ants walked home side by side. Milo helped carry old Solomon when his legs got tired. Ada told jokes that made everyone laugh. Little Pip collected flower petals and shared them with the group. That night, back in the anthill, Milo lay in his chamber thinking about the day. He'd learned something important, something he'd carry with him forever. Being small didn't mean being weak. Having limits didn't mean having nothing to give. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is ask for help. And sometimes the bravest thing you can be is part of something bigger than yourself. Outside, the garden settled into peaceful darkness. And if you listened very carefully, you might have heard the soft sound of ants humming together, a gentle song about tiny hearts that beat as one.